Yo, what up? So, anyways, I just wanted to make this video because I don't want to, I know a lot of people just make videos with the gameplay in the background, but this game doesn't even deserve my time for editing. So I really don't care, and I'm just going to tell people the truth. And if you like it, you don't. I mean, this is all subjective. If you like the game, great for you. But the reason why, I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm not going to buy this game, and I'm not interested. And it's not because of anything else. It's just that I'm not interested in the game. And there's a lot of reasons, but I'm going to start off with the reasons. There's more cons than there is pros. And the major cons are just too much for me as somebody who buys video games for entertainment value and want to have a stress outlet and want to enjoy myself and just immerse myself in being actually in the game. You go to the movies. When you go to a good movies, I guess the best analogy I can use for this is that you could tell a good movie when you go to a movie, for instance, like when I first went to see Avatar. Now that I watch Avatar, I really don't like it. But when I'm just using this, or Star Trek, the new Star Trek when it came out. When I went and seen Avatar or the new Star Trek at the IMAX, I lost track of time because I lost myself in the movie because it took me on the journey. That's what entertainment's supposed to do. Entertainment is when you lose yourself. When you lose yourself in something and you lose track of time, and then after it's done you want more. That's entertainment. And Call of Duty is not that. And there's a lot of cons why I cannot get lost in this game. Especially for people who've played the series for a long time. Maybe these kids that are growing up, I don't know, my 13-year-old, he picked up the game and for like 5 seconds and turned it off. I don't really understand how the way they designed this game and the mentality of this new generation's attention span, how they could even play this game, because you cannot be in a game if you can't even have a chance to enjoy yourself, to get lost in it. And for a young person, that is really short. It's like this. If you can't grab a kid's attention, the game's not going to last. So you might have like these people that make a living off of Call of Duty, but the majority of the people are going to eventually catch on and just be like, yo, I'm not playing this. And there's just, it's just not relaxing to play the game. So for young people, I just said, I asked my son, I was like, download the game. I just sat back on the couch and watched them, and like in 3 seconds he played a couple games. Maybe he tried to get into it. Let me tell you, he's been playing Call of Duty since he was 4 years old. And the crazy thing is, this kid's finished every single player campaign. So when I know he doesn't like this game, there's a problem. So for me personally, I think the major things is when I talk about the pros and cons. I want to start out with one, the character movement. The character movement is kind of quirky. It's something it's completely changed from the last Call of Duty. The way that characters move, the speed of the characters. I feel like my controller's broke. I can't move. I don't like that. That's, it's very irritating. It's anytime you take away freedom from the joystick, that's a no-go for me. That's number one. Skill-based matchmaking. I know it's Activision's way of funneling people into the store, but I just can't tolerate that anymore. And then when you couple it with the fact that you have Ninja in there and it doesn't even work, like I'm literally walking, my character is walking, and in the kill cam I can hear my I can't do it no more. I just can't do that no more. I mean, because I know what's going to happen. When you got maps like Miami and other maps that are a close quarter combat, and you can hear footsteps, and you got a listening device, and that's another thing. You have the jammer. The jammer takes 2 minutes and 30-second cooldown to fucking pop up and use. And then what fucking nullifies it is a stun grenade. Stun grenade kills the jammer instantly. So how are you gonna tell me it takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds for a jammer 2 minutes and 30 seconds for fucking cooldown, and some guy could just fucking throw a stun grenade from wherever and just destroy it? So there's no stealth ability in the game. There's no counterbalancing. There's no sense of like, you know, the game doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I have a jammer that takes 230 seconds to cool down so I can at least cover my UAV or the little mini map? And the mini map doesn't even work. And then they got the scrolling directional key on the top. It's just a combination of a lot of things. You know, the character movement is quirky. It makes no sense. So most of the maps you can't see anybody. I mean, it's the character colors and the backgrounds are the same. So I can't even see anybody. Like if they're like barely moving or moving in a background, a lot of times I lose track of where a player's at, and I'm literally shooting and looking for the red name. I can't even, that's what's crazy. I can't even see the character. I gotta look at the red outline or the name and shoot them. So design flaw of shooting another character is terrible. The only good things in this game are, one is the graphics. I mean, obviously we expect that because it's 2021. I think Gunsmith is really good. I like how they focused on close quarter combat battles, but unfortunately to get to that point, you got listening devices, you got footsteps that are really loud. The mini map, I mean, it works when it wants to work. With those things, I just can't gauge where I'm going and in direction. Whereas other Call of Duties in the past had arrows, there was bright colors, you could see players to shoot them. It's a video game. You want to have fun, you want to get lost in the game, you cannot. And so overall, I think there's more cons than there is pros. I mean, skill-based matchmaking, character movement is odd. I really can't put my finger on it, but it feels like the characters are running on pogo sticks or something. I don't know what it is. It's just like they feel like they're running on their tippy toes, and they got something up their butt, and they just look goofy to me. I don't understand with that new design. And then and then the movement on the joystick it's not fast enough. It's all slowed down. And I can't play a game like that. I don't want to play a strategic game. It seems like to me this game is made very strategic, Rainbow Six-ish. I fucking hate games like that. I don't even want to play those games. It was bad enough for me to accept the fact that they took all the jiggle movements from movements from FIFA and added them into Call of Duty. So when you're shooting somebody, you don't even know if they're dying, and they're fucking doing all the worm while they're standing up, and you're like, is this guy dying or what's going on here? You know, that's the reason why I quit Battlefield. And then they brought that shit over. I think it was in Black Ops, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something like that. They brought all that fucking, and then in this game, I don't know what the character's doing. I can't even tell, like, you know, if they're running or they're just stuck in an animation where they're just standing. It's just weird. And then you have the skill-based matchmaking, which is atrocious because, I mean, that is like it's a gateway into camping, and then you add in listening devices and people camping once they learn the maps. It's going to be terrible. And to top it off, you got snipers, all this, added extra one-shot kill stuff. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, you guys can do it, but hey, if I was telling somebody that was a person who used to play Call of Duty or a new player, I would tell you not to buy this game. The amount of time that you have to invest in this game as a player to get anything back, you have to invest probably 5 times sweat equity to get appreciation back for this game. Now it's there. You can get it. Like, if you want to sit there and get high and sit in a corner all day, and you got 12 hours a day to waste, man, this game's right up your alley. But me, you know what? I want to play on the weekends. I want to have connection over skill. If you make here's the only way I'm coming back. Only way I'm coming back to Call of Duty. I'm not a pro player. 99% of the people that buy the game have no aspirations of being an esports superstar. We want to play the game. We just want to fucking kill people, enjoy ourselves, get lost in the game. Listen to what I'm saying, developers. Listen to what I'm saying, Activision, because I know you make this fucking program where you have the AI funneling people to your store. Well, there's not going to be anybody to funnel to your store because we're not going to buy your game. Because you're not listening to the consumer. And I don't fucking owe you a penny. You need my money. So I don't owe you nothing. So I'm giving you some constructive criticism. I don't even have to fucking tell you this. I don't even have to make this video. Just not even fucking come back and buy shit from you. But I spent a lot of fucking money on your game. I spent $3,500 on Black Ops. I spent about $1,000, $1,500 on Warzone, and I'm not spending no more money. I'm glad you dropped this alpha because it tells me, because I got bamboozled on Modern Warfare with the fucking no dead silence, no mini map. I played the beta. I thought you guys were going to change that, but obviously that's not going to happen. The Tony Flame talking about they're going to nerf snipers, that's not going to happen. He's going to get fucking toasted on fucking social media for even posting that tweet. So you can forget that shit. So yeah, that's the reason why I got fucking banned off of Twitter, because I said something about fucking snipers in Black Ops and they banned me for fucking 12 days. I used the word retarded and I got fucking flagged. So that ain't gonna happen. The thing I'm trying to say is this: if you want me back, and probably a million other customers, probably a lot more, if you want me back, there's a place you can see. The problem with this game is that they're stuck. This game cannot be 2 games at once. They have esports and they have the fan base. For whatever reason, you can't. They've been trying for 10 years to put those two together. What was it? Fucking that one guy, CEO, who made Elite List. You go online and you're a part of it. They tried so many things. It just doesn't work. It's never going to work. There's people who want to play this game and just want to have fun. They want to get lost in a video game like a movie. That's what I want to do when I come home. You want to drink a beer, smoke a joint. You want to come home and just want to kill some dudes and relax. That's instead of watching TV or a movie, I'm putting eyes on your video game. I'm spending money on your game. You're capturing my time. Now you're not going to do that. I'll go spend my time somewhere else. Somebody else will get my money. But the point that I'm trying to make is that there's no need for skill-based matchmaking in team deathmatch. There just isn't. I mean, it's basically you're just going in there, tuning up your weaponing and shooting people, and so you can't have skill-based matchmaking, true skill ranking, whatever it is, wherever you stole it from, Microsoft, So if you want to make a game for the general public, here's what you got to do. Connection. You ever see that fucking movie, Build the Field, They Will Come? Connection over skill-based matchmaking. That's number 1 on your list. Fucking cross your T, dot your I's. Number 1. Number 2, you can't have weapons that kill in one shot, no matter what. You have to give people an opportunity to feel like they're not being fucking ripped off. So if you have people getting ripped off in a video game, they're not coming back. They're not gonna come back. So they're not gonna come back. You get one shotted. Fuck it. I'm not coming back. Turn your game off. Not gonna do it. So that's just the way it is today. If you want to be a sniper, it's got to be like a headshot, period, or 2-shot to the body, no matter where at. It's a fucking head only headshot. I can understand that, and there's got to be some recoil. There's got to be some fucking weight to the weapon. You can't have a secondary running around with a fucking super SMG and a sniper rifle and just murdering the whole fucking team. You can't have those things. I mean, those are like common sense shit. And then, the character models, and you gotta be able to see what the fuck you're shooting. If I can't see, let me think about this. This is Black Ops in a nutshell. Skill-based matchmaking, bad lighting in maps, character crazy movements. So I mean, literally, I'm running around fucking in the dark trying to kill people in skill-based matchmaking that are camping, and you can hear footsteps. That's the game. I'm not gonna buy a game with that much trouble. Why wouldn't the fuck would I stress myself out over a game that's gonna give me that much grief? I get more grief. You probably get more grief from your fucking girlfriend and your wife. These are fucking on the same level. I mean, you talk about people say when Call of Duty comes out, I don't pay attention to your wife or your girlfriend. Well, fuck it. You might as well pay attention to your girlfriend or wife. This game is worse than the worst girlfriend you've ever fucking had. So, I mean, look, if you guys want to spend the time and grind it out and find the goodness in it, look, every game has that light at the end of the tunnel. How far do you want to go to get it? I'm not fucking jumping over a cliff into a pool of piranha in a fucking acid stream. It's not going to happen. Not going to do it. So that's it. I'm not buying this game. That's why if the game was so fucking good, I'd have streamed it more than once. I played it for 11 hours. That's all I needed to see. And then after seeing what everybody else is saying, I mean, like, I thought there was some goodness in the game. Yeah, there is. I mean, I spent 11 hours in the stream, 12 hours. And yes, there is some good close quarter. I see some light there. There is some good close quarter combat, battles. I like that. But it's too much to get there. I mean, literally, it's almost like having a fucking snow cone that's made out of cement to get to the bubble gum. You can't do it. It's impossible. So, like, fuck that. I'm not. It's too long of a road. Like, the stretch is too much to enjoy. And this is coming from somebody who's played Call of Duty for 10 fucking years straight. I'm telling you, you want to save yourself the grief? Do not play this game. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be video after video after video after video after video of people hating on this game after it's been out like 2 or 3 days. I already know where it's going. This is probably too much interference by Activision to the developers. Too many people and then too much interference from Activision. Too many social influencers. Too much esports. When you have 1,000 people with pulling at the game, there's no direction. That's almost like saying like you're a jack of everything, a professional at nothing. And that is what Black Ops is. This Call of Duty Black Ops is a jack of everything, a perfectionist at zero. Maybe graphics, that's about it. But it's very marginal. I mean, maybe it's very marginal. So don't waste your money buying the game. That's my opinion. If they're not gonna look, you give me Ninja and then it doesn't work, I mean, that's fucking shitty. I mean, even when I'm walking, I can hear footsteps. It's terrible. Fuck that. You need to bring Ghosts back. Period. Dead Silence. No doubt about it. Dead Silence needs to come back. Mini maps, I need to see what the fuck I'm shooting at. It's a video game. And to top it off, we need to remove skill-based matchmaking from Team Deathmatch. And if it ain't no fucking Pro Point CDL game, it needs to be removed from all the game types. Fuck that shit. It should be connection. I should be playing people from my own neighborhood in the city. There's plenty of fucking Detroit City, Michigan. There's fucking plenty of people live here. I'm sure not everybody's a fucking esports superstar. So that needs to be addressed. I mean, I'm not gonna come back until, and you know what? A lot of people left, but maybe they're banking on new players. Great. Maybe they're moving. Maybe they want you to quit this game and they're trying to move it to PC completely and just get out of consoles. I don't know. You know, it seems like to me they're using social media and to like move this over to a Twitch, all esports, all PC gaming, and just get out of console altogether. Which, you know what? That's Sony and PlayStation and Xbox's fault for doing crossplay. They should have never let that happen. Now they're losing people and they're going to the PC. That's whatever, you know. I just want to be a weekend warrior. That's why I buy the console. I'm not fucking super serious about it. So there's a lot to take in. There's a market for everybody, and it's like Activision and Call of Duty don't know where to go. There's no direction. You know, I mean, look at this. We're going back to Cold War. Black Ops 1 Black Ops 1, this is Black Ops 1 2.1, I guess you can call it. I mean, basically, this is Black Ops 1 HD going backwards mix. I mean, it would be like them making a worse game, a game that's worse than Black Ops 1 today. That's what it is. It's basically 2021. How can I make Black Ops 1 shittier in 2021? That's what Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is. I mean, it's backwards. It's not a progression. See, this game should be a progression. It should be freedom of movement. You should have field of view added into the settings. The character should be unlimited sprint. You should be able to fucking move side to side. God. I mean, there's even a glitch in the sliding. I know I hit a doorway, and if you catch a doorway just right, it slingshots you around the door about 30 feet forward. If you hit an angle or a door, the sliding's broke against objects. It's almost like slingshotting yourself around the sun. If you can hit a door or an angle, you're fucking bouncing. Pew! You go right by somebody. So that shit's broken too. I mean, there's so much stuff in this game that's so messed up. So I just can't sit here and be on Twitter and make video. I don't make videos anymore, but I mean, this is the reason why I was exhausted. Black Ops 2 was such a broken game because of social media and esports. I mean, the game, I made so many videos about, like, please fix your game for the public. And I just couldn't, like, they didn't do nothing. So I just, fuck it. I'm done playing it, really. I'm done making videos because there's no point in it. And so, that's it. I'm not going to play this game anymore. I mean, I don't even care about their Battle Royale game because it's all based on the multiplayer. So I don't see why it's a problem to have dead silence in the game the whole time in a Battle Royale game. I don't understand why PUBG is trying to follow Call of Duty and put skill-based matchmaking game. I don't know why all these companies are doing that. It's such a fucking joke. Like, you're basically choking out your own fan base. Like, I don't want to play your game. I mean, I want connection over skill-based matchmaking. I don't want to be at work. You know, we leave work to go to the movies to get lost, to be entertained. When I come home and I play your game, I don't want to feel like I'm at work. And when I play your game, I feel like I'm at work. So I'm not being entertained. So if I'm not being entertained, why should I waste my sweat equity time playing your game and putting my eyes on your game? I could sit and watch the fucking news is more entertaining than fucking playing your game. That's the truth. So anyways, that's it. You know, hey, I appreciate the $20 donation, man. Thank you so much. Whoever donated that $20, man. Thank you so much, man. Thanks, Eli. Thank you, man. I appreciate your $20 donation, man. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but I can't play a game that's bad. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it, man. Just can't do it. You know, so I mean, especially huge disadvantages. I mean, I feel it. Like especially on Modern Warfare or Warzone. I mean, my field of view, I'm running around with blinders on. How is that fair to console players if we can't have field of view in the console games and PC players can? Like, I can't even understand why anybody on the console would play against PC players. Like, you're playing at a huge disadvantage. Like, you cannot win against if you're a pro player versus a pro player on the PC. You're not gonna. I mean, if you took people at that same level, even if you took artificial intelligence who played the video game and put it up against a console artificial intelligence, they wouldn't see him. The one on a PC would win every time because the field of view just on that fact alone would win. So I mean, I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. So those are my reasons. Hey, if they're not going to fix the game, but maybe in the next couple iterations of Call of Duty, we can get no skill based matchmaking. We can get Dead Silence. We can get the mini map. I mean, just fucking remake Modern Warfare 2 HD. Add new characters. Add the gunsmith. Add the gunsmith to Modern Warfare 2. Make an HD remix. No, I mean, just Dead Silence, all that shit, man. I mean, that's all people want. That's it. They don't want this. But they got different agendas. They got esports leagues. They got merchandising. Everything is tied into Call of Duty. It's a money grab. And I'm just not going to be a part of that no more. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of teens who think they're going to be game battles, esports players, or whatever, fans. I don't know, these kids between like 16 and 21. You know, that macho thing where they, you know, like, yeah, I'm just as good as he is. You know, ooh, you know, or you know, people have a competitive spirit and they want to. You know, whatever, ex-sports players who would like to play this game. It's just not. That is not it. That's not where it's going to be at. You're not gonna. That is a very small percentage of the population. It's not. And I mean, you see the same people in esports all the time. I don't know how that represents everybody who plays the game. That's not how we want to play the game. So I can't support this game. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not spending my $3,000 a year, whatever I spend on your game. So you lose me as a customer. You know what? You're not addressing my needs as a consumer. So I'm not going to spend my money. I'm not playing the game. You know, if it's the end of me, that's fine. Until I find something new that's that's a better shooter, that's a fun shooter, something I can get lost in. That's like a video game. A real video game, you know, video game entertainment. Movies and entertainment are the same thing. If I can get lost in it, I'll play it. If I can't, and if a game is more work and trouble than having fun, you know the answer to your own question, should I buy this game? And the answer is no. If you got to work at this game, like you used to be able to pick up Call of Duty 4, boom, M16, you're viable. You're a viable player. You have an opportunity you have a chance. This game, there is no opportunity. I mean, you're going to hear footsteps. The guns are all super overpowered, OP. Yeah, so what? It's demo. They're going to adjust the weapons. But we know how those are all placebo fixes. They ain't fixing shit. They never did. They never done it in the past, and they're not going to do it now. So if people think this is going to be a different game when it comes out, they're fucking dreaming because this is a demo. This game is finished. That's it. This isn't an alpha. This is fucking live. It's not an alpha. It's a demo. And that's it. This is the way the game's going to come out. You might get certain recoil in weapons, but it's going to be minimal, very minimal. It's not going to be scalable to the game meaning that if you're shooting somebody with an M4 in the face and they're taking hits and they should be recoiling up while you're shooting them, and they just fucking pop a shot off on your face. Yeah, that's not scalable. That's not realistic. You're fucking running around with a fucking. They give snipers the same agility as an SMG player, but an LMG player is fucking slowed down times 5, and it's a useless class and nobody uses it. You know, that's the scalability of the game. That's the difference. You know, there's no cohesiveness. There's no equilibrium in the game that makes sense. It's one-sided. If you're a social media influencer and you cry on social media, then everybody who's tied to the game, that's a developer, their job is on the line if they don't answer you, and so they fuck up the game for everybody else. And that's the reality we live in. And I'm not gonna support that. You know, it used to be developers would drop a game and they'd be like, "Fuck it, that's it. You play it. That's what we made. We're not gonna change it." When they dropped Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare One Man Army, they didn't change all that shit. You know, it's like it's in there. Fucking play the game. Get used to it. And so, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not having 1,000 fucking iterations of the game. I play it one day from now, and the next day it gets changed because somebody on social media doesn't like the way it plays, and then all of a sudden it's fucking completely different. Not doing that either. So, you know, developers got to grow some balls, and they got to make the game for the public, and the other people could just fucking play around that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game isn't made for just 50 people. It's made for fucking millions. So you need to address your fans, not fucking esports and snipers and these everybody's got their fucking social media 3 million followers influence on the game. So, anyways, I'm done. That's my 2 cents on it. If you buy this game, if you don't have 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day, and you're total no life, or you're a millionaire who just smokes weed every day, I don't buy the game. That's it. Like, if you don't have time to play this game every single day, do not waste your time buying this game. It just isn't worth the investment of your life. The time that you spend on this game, you could do something better with your life. Just don't buy this game. It's not worth it. And basically, it's almost like they're designing games as time traps. So you will be invested so much that you will not leave this game because you spent so much time, you spent so much money building up your gunsmith, your character, that you don't want to leave. That is the way it's specifically designed. And it's not even designed good to where you're happy. I mean, it's like when you go to Treasure Island or MGM and you lose $10,000, they make you feel good about losing $10,000. They give you fucking free room, free this, free that, free everything. Fucking, you know, you go out on a limo, they can pay for everything. They make you feel good about wasting your time and losing your money. This fucking game doesn't do that. You invest all your time, it fucking turns into a burden. You fucking hate the game. And at the end of the day, when it's finished, you wind up playing all those other people that you fucking hate to play with. Because that's all that's left playing the game. And they're stuck in that skill-based matchmaking where they stick you all together. It's almost like a nightmare that you cannot escape. Think about it as going to hell and you can't get out, and Jesus isn't going to reach down and take you out of there. That's what this game is. It is a fucking mind trap to ruin your life. Don't fuck with it. Trust me. You'll look back at this video and say, Fist was right. I'm out. So that's it, my 2 cents. I mean, I don't know. I'll answer some questions. Anybody have any questions before I jet? You know, anybody? I mean, like, what do you guys like about the game? Anybody like anything about the game? I mean, I'll read some of these. Says White Mamba says, I decided to camp so hard in Miami that people on mics were bitching so hard about me. I thought it was funny. I mean, that's one way you can play the game, just being a troll. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you think it's worth it though to buy a game for $60 just to do that? I mean, think about that sentence. You know, like I don't even think of that. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the game does suck. But in somebody else's opinion, that could be their opinion. I mean, I told you. I mean, think about this. Now, tell me. I mean, what did he say? So he said, "That's crazy." He said, "So basically, this game sucks." Well, think about the things I've said. The maps are really dark. You know, you'll get sniped. You'll get snuck on. You can hear footsteps. So eventually, once people learn the maps, do you think they're going to move with listening devices? And then cooldowns can be destroyed with flashbangs. So your cooldown takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds to build up. So think about this. If you have to advance on somebody that's camping, you have to wait 2.30 seconds, or you have to walk or crawl to get where they're camping, drop the fucking jammer, and they're going to know you're there once you drop the jammer. So they're going to be waiting for you upstairs in a fucking corner. So now you got to figure out, how the fuck am I going to get this guy out? Now, mind you, that's going to take you about 4 or 5 minutes to do that. Game's only 10 minutes in Team Deathmatch. What are you going to get, 11 kills? I mean, do the chronological step-by-step process. I've already did that for you. I fucking did the whole thing for you so you don't have to do that. So I can say, hey, man, if you go down to the end of that road, it's a dead end, and there's a fucking sniper down there that's going to kill you in real life. And then you don't listen to me, and you go down there and you get your fucking head blown off. And I'd be like, well, I tried to tell him. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. I've already told you. Listen to the chronological order in which I'm telling you this. If you're on the map Miami, and across the way, there's a guy, he's fucking sitting up in that room. You know, there's 2 buildings, and they got both lookout spots. And that's another thing. They got the one building on the corner that has a window that overlooks the spawn area. Like, what? That's a terrible design. I mean, you literally sit in the window and snipe dudes coming out of there. They literally pop up out of thin air, and you can snipe them. I sat up in the corner in my video just killing dudes spawning. I'm like, I could not believe they had a window there. And so think about this chronologically, what I'm saying. If somebody is on the other side of the map and they're killing your team and you have to go over there and dislodge them, first of all, you're going to have to there's no dead silence. So you're going to have to walk over there. And that doesn't even work. They got a listening device. They can hear your footsteps. It's going to sound like this when you're walking. I don't understand how your fucking feet sound like this when you're walking with Ninja on. So that is the biggest red flag for me in the world, because I like to fucking rush and get down. Second of all, there is a idle on sprint time. So you can't come out, your sprint runs out really quick. So you can't move. There's no unlimited sprint in this game. So now you think about that from one side of the map to the other. The map's fucking dark. You can't see anybody. It's impossible. And the other maps that are like Moscow, they're so green and gray, and the characters are green and gray. I can't even tell. I can't differentiate the background between the player unless they move. If a player moves, then I can see them. But then at that time, you got a split millisecond to shoot them. And if your character, based on skill-based matchmaking, you're not being set up with the best people connection over skill-based matchmaking. So by the time you see that guy and make a decision to kill him, you're in a game with skill-based matchmaking. The motherfucker could be in Florida. You're in Michigan. That millisecond of that time, you're dead. That's it. Game over. There's the frustration. That's why I'm telling you. That is what's going to come into play. So now I have to go across the map to the other side to dislodge this guy. Clearly, I can't jump up the window. There's no way to get up there. I have to take the fucking stairs. So he's going to be waiting with landmines, claymores, and listening devices. Like, who wants to do that? I don't want to do it. That's 4 minutes in a 10-minute game, getting rid of somebody who's building up streaks, sitting in the window, sniping people, or the M14 or M1, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the one-shot rifles. You know, I don't know. I forgot what the name of those things are. I mean, think about that. By the time you go get that guy, he's already got a 10-kill streak, helicopter flying around. Game's over. Who wants to play? That's not balanced. That's not balanced. First, you're supposed to have dead silence. You have to have the mini map. You have to have situational awareness. The game has to constantly be flowing and working. But see, the Activision has this mentality where they want to track everybody. Everybody wants to track you now. Google wants to track you. YouTube wants to track you. Everybody wants to track your data and fucking quantify it so they can use it against you. And it's down to a microcosm. It's in a fucking video game. I mean, next thing you know, where they're gonna track your eyeballs in a fucking movie and then make the movie. I mean, it's just crazy. And so, I'm telling you, from start to finish, that's where your road's gonna go. So to answer your question, I mean, that's it in a nutshell. So let me get to these other questions. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, you might do well with the AK-474U now, but when they change that, because everybody's cried about it, we'll see what you say then when they change the game. I mean, I just think the game is just too much hassle to play. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like the way, and I'll tell you the pros about the game. I love the weapon models. I love the weapon sounds. I think Gunsmith is a huge improvement from Modern Warfare. It's a huge improvement. You actually see percentages instead of points. I said this. What did I say this? I said this back in Black Ops 1 when they should have used the Diablo 2 format where you got +3. Diablo 2 is probably one of the best video games ever made. If they would have took the format of designing weapons with the +3, -1, all that, it took them what? It took them about 8 years from Black Ops 1 to now to finally fucking wake up and smell the coffee on that. But, and we still, like I said, I always said that, we should. I said this in the past. We should have a trading post. There should be a gun generator which generates different attachments that no one else has. And to make this game more interactive in the future, I'm giving you $1 million ideas where you can have a trading post where people can go and trade. Like, so in multiplayer games, in certain game modes, Warzone. Let's say you play Warzone and you got so many wins, and then you go to the weapon generator, or you found some special item and there's a weapon generator in Warzone, and you can craft like different attachments that would never be seen from the developer or made, and you could take those and sell those online, and you can use them in game. Those are things that, like, I think the level of interest would go up like tenfold in the game. I've always said this, just take what Diablo 2 has, put it in Black Ops or a Call of Duty game, but not like this. I mean, you get rid of skill-based matchmaking, make this a more populous, more socializable game, and do that format. You don't need all this esports. I mean, that alone would just generate so much interest in people, trading it and opening up a black market where people are spending money and trading, and it would be hugely beneficial, and more people's eyes would be on the game. So I think they should have done that a long time ago. I mentioned that to Vaughn so many times. I mean, I think that I had a tweet I mentioned to him. I said, why can't you have time release in a game where you're developing different weapons or something like that, and adding +1, -1. I can't do that. And then he turns around and does it after I told him that. It's just fucking hypothetical or hypocritical. Yeah, I mean, like I said, who wants to go through that though? Do you really want to go through that process of waiting for them to I mean, by the time they fix everything in this game, you got to realize it. By the time they fix everything in this game, that's 3 years or 3 year development. This game's been 3 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years and a half, and they spend a year. Upgrading the game, and by the time they're done, the next one comes out. And so this really isn't. It's never going to be a finished game. So at the end of the day, I mean, if you go back and play Black Ops 3 and you've never played it and it was released today and it's actually finished, it'd be a different ball game. It'd be a different ball game. Different game. Different game than when it was released. So, I mean, this is just something new, and it's just released the way it is, and it's going to have its problems, but I can't accept them. They're just too grave. You know, it's just too much. I mean, skill-based matchmaking and bad map colors. I mean, dark maps. I mean, I turn the brightness up. It still doesn't matter. I can't see nothing. And character movements and no dead silence. It's a no-go. Yeah. Anyways, so that's it, guys. I appreciate the donations, man. I mean, I wish I could play the game, but I can't, man. I mean, it was hard for me to play Modern Warfare. I mean, as much as I did play it, and it's hard for me to play Warzone because of, I mean, I don't see why it's a problem just to have dead silence in the game. I don't understand the reasoning. I don't understand the reasoning why a Battle Royale game cannot have dead silence. Why can't you have that perk? What's the problem? You know, I mean, because if two people have dead silence, and let me just ask this question: if you're running downtown in Modern Warzone, if you're running in downtown Warzone and it's all cement and you got tennis shoes on, do you really think you're gonna hear somebody in tennis shoes unless they literally right there in front of you? You're not gonna hear that, right? You're not gonna hear that. So why would you hear that now? And on top of that, you could be in a 3-story building and the footsteps, you don't know if they're above you or you don't know they're below you. So why even put that in the game to confuse somebody? Because it is a video game first, and it is entertainment first. And really, why you want dead silence is this: because you want to be able to move in the map, make the game movable. And if you're going to see each other, you're going to see each other. That's it. I'm saying, like, I'm not saying make it completely, I'm not saying, I mean, like, unless you're right up on somebody, then the sound should be going off, you know, if you don't have dead silence. Or you should make the perk so valuable that you have to make a decision between dead silence and something else that is just as valuable in the same class perk setup. Like, you know, Cold-Blooded, Ghost, or whatever. I mean, you have to make people choose between those great perks in Warzone. You know, if you got UAV and you got dead silence, okay, somebody pulls UAV, they're gonna see you. Okay, that's a perfect. I can accept that trade-off. You know, and they should have that in there. They should have that in the game, but they just don't, and it just makes for a slow, methodical, boring. I just, like, you know, it's okay for people who play. It's okay for people who play multiple teams because they don't need dead silence, because they could just they run as a team and they talk to each other, and if they see somebody, they can call it out. But when you're running solo, you're not talking to nobody. So when you look at a game, most people do not have friends they call and go online with. Most people come home, they just want to get on the game. They don't got time to call their friend, wait a half an hour for them to take a shower, wash their ass, put their clothes on, and then come join their game, and their fucking connection's fucked up. Dude, why didn't you pick me up? Why didn't you pick me up? Hey, nobody wants to do all that. They just want to get on the fucking game and go. So the game should be based on single player gameplay. It should be fundamentally designed around that, and the bonus comes in if people want to play as a team. It's even better.
But I just don't get that shit, dude. I do not fucking understand it. The only thing I can think of is Activision wants to funnel you to the store, and that's the only thing I can think of. And I'm just not going to be that. I'm not going to do it, man. I can't support them. I can't patronize them no more. Cannot do it. I cannot give them my money. Can't do it, man. I mean, this is the end of the line for me. So, I mean, I'm just very thankful. I'm very thankful. And I feel really bad for the people who didn't get a chance to play in the time that I played. Those were magical times when West and Zampella and, you know, the current skeleton crews that they left behind before Activision was brainwashed into believing that esports was going to keep their franchise alive. Which I don't know where the game was doing great. I mean, 3 million, 4 million people. I mean, you could go on YouTube and look at how many people were on Black Ops 1 on Thanksgiving. They didn't need esports. Esports didn't make a difference then. And it doesn't make a difference now. So, I don't get that. I just don't understand that train of thought. I don't understand it. All right, man. I'm out, man. I mean, I wish you guys all the best. You know. Yeah, head glitching. Yeah, that's another thing. Once people figure out the corners, they're going to head glitch on you. I mean, we all know this game doesn't shoot from the center. It doesn't shoot from the upper center. It shoots from, I mean, if you drew an X on your TV screen, that's where your guy's shooting out of his fucking head. He isn't shooting from his chest. I mean, if you ever play a Halo game, the reticle is mid upper center. It's not center of the map. It's not center of the screen. But, you know, I'm going to tell you the best shooters ever made were Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, and Battlefield 2 Modern Warfare, or Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. If you have any friends at EA, or anybody's listening at EA, or anybody's watching this video from EA, if you want to put Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War out of commission, I mean, I don't know how many times I've fucking given you guys $1 million advice and you never taken it, but if you want to put Call of Duty Black Ops War, Black Ops, whatever, I don't know, fuck, it's got 50 titles on it. Call of Duty Black Ops War, Cold War, Y5, fucking, what is that? I can't even say the name, just Black Ops. Black Ops 2021, like, whatever, I don't know. But if you want to put them out of business, if you want to be a contender, if you want to grow some balls at your studio at Battlefield, all you have to do, and don't use your stupid fucking corny Frostbite engine because it's shit, just HD Modern Warfare 2, HD Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Probably one of the best first-person shooters ever made. If you didn't get the chance to play that in the heyday, man, you missed that. That game was epic. That game was more. That game, Microsoft paid more money to promote Halo 2, and Battlefield did it without zero promotion and was beating Halo 2 as the number one played game on Xbox. That's how much people earn. That's how much people are starving for a good military first-person shooter. If you can make a good arcade, entertaining military shooter, you'd be a winner. I mean, if you're gonna make a first-person shooter military game, number one, it's always got to be you build your game around gun sounds, because people fall in love with gun sounds, and that's the gun they're gonna use. That's what they're gonna decide to use. So you can't have some corny ass fucking sounding guns. Don't do it to yourself. 2, don't put skill-based matchmaking in the game. 3, it's got to be, it's got to have flow. It's got to be fun. It can't be a campy ass game. And you know, and you gotta build it in mind of a person who plays it by himself with that doesn't have friends. Because and you gotta be able to go lone wolf. You gotta have somebody be able to carry the whole fucking team and can win it for you, like a quarterback, like a Patrick Mahomes. Like you could win the game. You could be down and I could come back and get the nuke, and they thought they were gonna win, and I fucking drop a nuke right when it's 199 to 150, and they thought they were gonna beat us. I pull out a fucking nuke and win the game for my team. Rambo'd that ass. That's entertaining. That's being fucking like, I fucking accomplished something. It was awesome. Not this fucking, oh my God, dude, I gotta sit in a corner. Let me lay all this fucking listening devices around and I can't move. If I move, I'm gonna get fucking killed, and all these guns and people sliding and jumping around corners, and fuck all that, dude. That's terrible. It's a fucking living nightmare. It's like you're in hell. I'm not gonna, if you had an opportunity not to go to hell, would you go to hell? No, you wouldn't. So why the fuck would you buy this game? I'm telling you, don't do it to yourself. Anyways, I'm out. Enjoy your Sunday. Fucking Lions suck. I'm out. Peace. Fucking Lions. They're terrible.